first day of the early signing period coming to a close, and Coach, how's your class shaping up after today?
Pretty good. We feel pretty good. No big surprises today. You look and we don't expect that with the character of guys that we recruit. We have guys that have great character, great work ethic. Believe in what it is to be a Gator, understand that, guys are coming here not just to play for one of the top football programs, but top academic schools as well in the country. So pretty solid day for us for the first signing day, and, we got another one coming up here in about 6 weeks, and, to wrap up the rest of this recruiting class.
You mentioned no surprises and the character of guys you're recruiting, but what does that also say about your coaching staff and the relationships they've built with these guys?
Well, I think they've done a great job. I think our recruiting department does a great job, and our coaching staff, obviously, you look at the improvements we've made within the department and within our coaching staff at certain positions. So it shows a lot about those guys and what they've been able to do. And we're really excited. There's a lot of guys I'm excited about in this class and having to be part of the Gator family here in the future.
I know it's a little hectic for you right now. What have these last few weeks been like, preparing for a bowl trip, but also for National Signing Day?
Well, they're crazy. We just came off the practice field right now, and and so you're looking at kind of doing two things. You're on the road recruiting. You're trying to get a game plan together. We had a lot of guys graduate the other day. We have signing day and practice on the same day. But you know what? For our coaches, I know they'll get a couple days off right before Christmas. I know we'll be in Miami Christmas Day, but for the Orange Bowl. But I know they'll be looking for that to get to see their families finally. But it's been a pretty crazy time. But really pleased. Couldn't be happier that we're playing in another New Year's Six bowl game this year. Opportunity to finish as a top 10 team. And having a great recruiting class and bringing a bunch of new Gators in.
Signing over 10 guys from the state of Florida, why is that so important to you?
Well, there's guys here that grew up wanting to be Gators. They want to represent the University of Florida and be here and represent their hometown, their home state, their home people. And for us, to look at guys, we're not just, the premier football school, but also the premier academic school in the state. And so it's a really attractive place for guys to come in the state. And it's great to have those guys want to stay at home and come represent the Gators and represent the people of Florida.
Line of scrimmage in the SEC is so important. How do you feel about the depth you're building on both those sides of the ball?
Well, that's critical. We still got some work to do, on both sides. We got to continue to build the D line up to get the depth you need to be successful. I think in the last two recruiting classes now we've really addressed the offensive line. And I'm really excited about the future we have at that position. But you need that. You got to have not just talent, you have to have depth at the line of scrimmage. And if you can be great, if you can control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, you're going to be really successful.
Also adding a lot to the secondary. How important is that, especially with C.J. Henderson leaving and Juwan Taylor?
Yeah, that's a position we're really short at bodies at. If you look at, be the second year in a row we're losing guys early for the NFL draft. We've dealt with, some injury attrition with guys having career-ending injuries. And we were short signing there in the past. So, when you look at that spot, there's great opportunities for guys to come in and play right away. It was critical for us to go get guys and increase the depth at that position. So, there's going to be great opportunities. Those guys come make an immediate impact and build the depth and that we need to be successful in the future.
We talked about how important it is to add guys from the state of Florida, but you're adding a hometown guy here in Gainesville. Anthony, what does he bring to this team?
Well, it's kind of crazy that right here, right in our backyard, there's probably one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best quarterback in high school, quarterback in last year. You know what? He's a guy that is, tremendous athleticism, unbelievable size, and really has a quick release, throws the ball very, very well, and really sharp. Really understands the game of football. Has a great football mind. So we're excited to have him. He'll be enrolling in school early. He's been out practicing with us. And I think everybody can see that out of practice, the ability he has, and it's it's great to have him here. And I know he'll be a hometown favorite for many years to come.
Also adding another set of Pouncey brothers here for the Gators. What will it be like coaching them?
It's great. It is kind of when someone said, "Oh boy," I heard someone tell me that the Pouncey brothers committed to Florida. Like that was like like I don't even think they had Twitter when that happened. I don't know if it was a retweet, but Jordan Ethan, very good players. Ethan obviously coming as one of the top corners in the country, coming out of high school. Thrilled to have him come in. Great student, great young man, high character guy, really fits the Gator standard. And then Jordan transferring in from Texas, coming back home, wanting to finish his football career at home. Played wide receiver out there. Is going to come in, and we're going to work on trying to get his paperwork done to get him immediately eligible, and hopefully gets a waiver from the NSA so he can play right away for us.
Speaking nationally, what has this early signing period done for recruiting?
Well, I just think it's changed it. You look at a lot of these guys that that are already committed. I think it's something that 90% of the players are already committed, so it gives them the opportunity to just sign and finish recruiting, so they can now go back when they start in January. They can worry about academics. A lot of guys are enrolling early, so what it's doing is kind of getting all that, giving them a signing day, letting them have all that fun, but really letting them, if they know where they're going, end the recruiting process and get worried on to other things. So, I think it's been a big help. I mean, it's really beneficial. I know it was it was really fought for hard by the student athletes to get that, and they have it, and so. Now you see it, and then the guys that aren't sure, we have another signing day in a couple 6 weeks from now, and those guys get to see how everything shakes out and where they're going to go.
You mentioned that 6 weeks from now we'll be doing this again. What will your focus groups be for that signing day?
Well, one of the things we do is we go back, we look where we're at. We got to see if we have any more attrition within our team, of where that would be positionally. And then for us, look at who's out there. Our recruiting department will go through tomorrow, on Friday when the signing period closes. Really, you kind of just go through the entire 2020 recruiting class again, see who hasn't signed, see who's available. There's bunch of guys we know that haven't signed that we're already recruiting. That we have a bunch of official visits already planned for January. So, but we'll also just reevaluate who else is out there, and kind of get that little reevaluation process and try to get the best available players.
Getting ready for your second straight New Year's Six bowl game here in Gainesville, how do you feel about the future for the Gators?
Well, I'm excited. You look at our guys have really bought into what we're trying to build here, to try to build that Gator standard back. And you look at the Gator Nation, what they expect. They expect a team that competes every year for both SEC and national championships. We fell a little short of that, but being a top 10 football team and going to our second straight New Year's Six game, I think not just the Gator Nation, but everybody in the whole football world sees the direction the program's headed in. The future that we're going to have here is going to be really special, and so it is really exciting. And you saw it in the swamp this year, and how Gator Nation came to life. They started to support us. You saw, packing the swamp, great home field advantage, following the team on the road. I'm sure we're going to have a great crowd down in Miami for the Capital One Orange Bowl, and really excited about where we are, and I'm really excited about our future.
Well, Coach, congratulations on a great signing day, and we'll see you in Miami.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.